64. I think it is 64. It is 64 though, because that shit, other shit was too expensive though. But I can buy more storage though.
Yeah, you can. You definitely can. I do that shit on my phone.
Cause I got 2 more interviews after this. 3, 4 more. Depending on people. Shit. Let's see what I gotta do with that phone. Episode 2 of what yeah. What's up though? Hey, what's good with you, man?
Ain't shit, can't call it, just cooling, man.
You gotta work today?
Nah.
No work
today. Yep.
And then tomorrow the Cowboys play.
Indeed.
Ever since what's the game when we came when that win streak started? Tennessee Titans around with the Mark House. We took the L. I told Mark, look, we're gonna go 8-0 after that.
It had to been after the Tennessee game.
After the Tennessee game?
Yeah, it had to be.
What game is it? Oh, it was when I came through that Sunday night. Oh, it was a Sunday night game.
Because you came over without Cal.
But who we played that Sunday night?
Sunday. It was a Sunday night game?
It's a Sunday night game. Fuck, who we played after Tennessee? Eagles?
Yeah, it was the Eagles
game.
Yeah. We watched that joint in my crib.
Yeah.
Because remember, Ish and Cal was doing something.
Yeah.
Ever since that game. Ever since the Eagles joint.
Yeah. Well, that game went in the streets.
It's been a hell of a run.
Hell of a run. Omar, it's Amari. Mark Cooper changed everything. Oh, shit, he changed everything, though.
Yeah, it was well worth a first round pick.
How long you been a Cowboys fan?
Shit, since 96.
96? You ever seen them win the Super Bowl?
Nah. Too little for that.
Dang.
Too little for that. Yeah. I'm only 29, so you know.
I seen all 3. I ain't seen the first 2. I seen the last 3.
Yeah, 96, man.
96. Okay, that was quarterback. Troy was still playing because Troy played until 99, 2000.
Indeed, he did.
He was still trying to hold it down.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming through though, man.
Yeah, this shit ain't about nothing, man. Anytime.
We'll get into it, but Cal, a good friend of mine, gave you a background. That's your cousin.
Yeah, first cousin.
First cousin.
His father and my mother are siblings.
Father, mother, siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first
his
cousin.
Father, my mother, brother, sister. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
first and second born. His daddy, my mama, out of the 6. Yeah.
First cousin. Y'all grew up together and everything.
Yeah, since the sandbox. 1223 Whiff Street, Andrew Atkins Project.
Get it right.
Man.
I grew up in the project. What project? What? Alexandria, right?
Yeah, Whiff Street, nigga. Blue and white, right up the street.
Okay.
You know where I'm at, man. Stop that, man.
Okay. Your family's from Alexandria, whole family?
Yeah, whole family.
Alexandria.
Whole family. Yeah.
Okay. That's
well,
good.
my grandmother and them, they from down in the country and shit. They from Halifax. That's like 4 hours going in south of Virginia. But they migrated up here like, I don't know what year, before I was motherfucking born, obviously.
Okay.
You know. And then, you know, niggas ended up in the Jacks. We had grandma right across from us, 724 Fade. We had, 1223. Calvin's other grandmother, which is his mom's mother, she right there 1315 with, so we all, kind of connected and shit. You feel me?
Let's go. So, growing up, do you remember any experiences going on the projects? How, of course, in the project it's rough, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Compared to other environments, communities.
Shit. Besides playing throwback tackle in the courtyard, little scuffles, cat guns and shit, ice cream trucks, just hood memories and shit.
Beefing with the West Side.
Yeah.
I'm from Duke Street too, let y'all people know, from Alexandria, Virginia, 4500 Duke Street, to be exact. But not Hayward, man. This is live. This is nothing edited. This is a podcast. We chilling, vibing, man. And Cal always used to tell me the story about his aunt passing. We used to link up, talk, and he used to kind of break down to me. As she passed away, it was one of the biggest murder incidents in Alexandria history. He always refers to that. Yeah. So he used to tell me about how his aunt got murdered by, at that time, her husband, correct?
Oh, her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend.
My mother has
anything
never
I
been
say,
married.
anything I say, just correct me.
Never been married.
Okay, facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
never been married.
Okay, and he told me how she passed. I'm gonna let you get into it more in a sec. I know it's kind of a sensitive issue.
Right.
And like I said, I appreciate you coming and be strong and discussing this. And I think that it can help people who kind of went through this similar situation, close to, or maybe the exact same thing, or maybe people who haven't, just to give awareness. And this is all this podcast is really about, just bringing awareness, getting real people up here. There's no famous celebrities, nothing like that. Just vibing.
Right.
You know how we talk. So
everyday motherfuckers, yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into it, man. Your mother was murdered by her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Boyfriend did 28 years straight. Mm-hmm. 2 months ago, he's been released.
Yeah, something like that. A few months ago, something like that.
Do you remember the year this incident happened?
Yes, August 91. Can't remember the actual specific date, but it was August 91.
And you were how old at this time?
2. I was born April 1st, 1989.
Now, can you vividly remember exactly how that thing played out from family members telling you, or?
See, what's kind of fucked up about this shit is like, nobody really actually ever sat down with me and like talked to me about the shit. It was no, I know that my mother was killed, but like, ain't no details or nothing like that. Like, nigga Antoine shot her.
Who's the Antoine shot her?
Antoine shot her.
Antoine shot her, okay.
Yeah. And that's about it, and I know
that's all of your family ever expressed to you?
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Once my mother passed away, that fucked a whole lot of shit up. That separated me from my actual immediate family, you feel me? Like, I went to go live with my cousin, who I started calling mom, and her husband, dad, and her children, my brothers and sisters.
How old was she? How old was she?
Shit.
Your cousin?
Same age as my mom, probably like 27. I think my mother was like 27 when she died, something like that. Yeah, but that shit fucked up a lot of shit. That took me away from my brother. I never lived in the same household as my little brother. Never. Ever. Huh? My grandmother, my real grandmother took him. My cousin took me. So it's kind of like my uncles and shit like that, they're kind of like, they're not even my uncles. They like my cousins. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit fucked up a lot of shit. So I call my aunt my grandmother because my cousin raised me. You see how fucked up that shit is, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm considered company at my biological grandmother's house.
Why you say company though? You're not though. Why would you say you're company?
Nigga, they refer to me as company. That's why I'm company. Like, when I used to go spend the night with my brother, he fucked up in school or he on punishment, he can't have company. But I'm his brother. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit fucked up.
But your brother wasn't alive at this time.
Yes, he was. That nigga was in the incubator at Alexandra Hospital. Nigga, prematurely born.
His mother passed. When your mother passed.
Yeah.
Was he ever told this actual story how it went down as well?
You gotta ask him that. You might want to get him in this.
I'm saying, but have y'all talked? I mean, as brothers, have y'all talked about just the situation?
No. Because
to this day, to 2018, to 91,
we don't touch base on it because with my temperament and his relationship with his father, that shit need to stay right there.
And the father is the person that
killed our mother. But that's his daddy though. I can't take a nigga away from his own father, you feel me? But like, fuck that nigga, man. Like, that shit crazy, Black.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Yeah, that shit crazy. But
so now your relationship with your brother. Now, before we get into that, let's go back to this.
Okay.
Growing up, though. You know what I'm saying? Backtracking.
What you want to know? Shoot.
Your cousin was your mother.
Yeah.
How was the relationship? How was the relationship growing up? Like, would you be able to come to her and tell her things? Like, who did you confide with as a young black male coming up?
I ain't really confided in nobody. Like, I ran with niggas from around my way. Always chill, had a little set of boys or whatever. But as far as like confiding in my parents, like, nah. Like, they was my parents. I mean, they paid the bills, they fed the nigga, they clothed the nigga. I appreciate them. for taking me in, but I don't think it should have went down like that. If it either should have been my cousin took me and my little brother
together,
or my grandmother took me and my little brother
together. But
for some reason, it ain't work out like that.
And where did your brother go?
He went to my grandmother's house.
Okay.
Yeah, not with my cousin.
So going to school, going to school, playing sports, was that topic brought up within the school? And so did people know your situation while you get growing up, going through school?
I ain't really talk about it like that. I mean, it's a few people I guess I told, but you know, it's like, fuck it, you know, I got parents. It's unfortunate, you know, I was trying to, I guess, look at the positive side of it. But then, like, when I get into, like, certain altercations with my parents or my guardians, whatever you want to call them, you know, I would think, like, damn, if my mother ain't die, shit, a nigga won't even be here right now. You know, because I'd be living with my motherfucking mother. Possibly in the same house as my little brother.
Right.
You know, so that shit just fucked everything up, man. Like when you can't even, like when you're not even really close to your own peoples like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I can go see these motherfuckers, but it's just like growing up, like my uncles and shit didn't buy me presents for Christmas because I wasn't raised around them, so they wasn't thinking about Hayward. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that a nigga beefing off that shit or nothing like that. Like, fuck that shit. You know, I'm pushing 30. They like, niggas can't be dwelling on the past too much.
You're a strong man,
but
though.
Like, man, like, yeah, man, I just think that it shouldn't have went down like that. Me and my brother should have grew up together. I shouldn't have been raised with two of my cousins saying that they was my brother and sister.
When you had a real brother out there.
When I had a real brother out there. And I have sisters on my biological father's side. You know, so, yeah.
So how far from you, from your cousins, from your guardians to your grandma, how far the ways were y'all apart growing up? Like what city, what town, like where were you?
We wasn't far. I mean, my grandmother, all right, when my grandmother, when my mom died in 91, my grandmother moved from 724 Fayette Street to 28th Street. You know what I'm saying? That's how we met Whitney and all them, because they was already on 28th and all that. Yeah, you know. But
shout out to Whitney.
Big shots out to Whitney. Yeah, but my brother lived there. I ain't live on 28th. When that shit happened, I was on Buckman Road for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Down the highway. Okay. I don't remember that shit because I'm young. Okay. But from Buckman Road, we moved to Farnsworth Drive on Huntington, right at the top of Huntington. Okay. You know, so I stayed there for a minute and was raised by my cousin. Yeah, my cousin Gloria and her husband Darryl.
Okay. So what was your brother at then? You were down Richmond Highway.
My brother's on 28th.
Oh, 20, sorry, 28. Okay. I got you.
Yeah,
so
on 28.
How was a lot of communication growing up? When did y'all see each other though?
Weekends, or when he asks, can I spend the night? Or if I ask, can he spend the night? You know.
Oh, but so y'all did have a rapport with each other growing up.
Yeah, but we didn't really see each other too tough though. Don't think like it was like every weekend we was, you know, hanging out or whatever. It'd be that once in a while that weekend, or y'all ain't seen each other in a minute, so y'all need to, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nobody that was really pushing us to come together. But you also had to think about it. He was living in two different households.
What do you mean?
He was living on 28th and Queen. He had the flexibility of going to my grandmother Gladys' house on 28th and his grandma Pat house right there on Queens Row. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if he wasn't fucking with Gladys joint, then I'm about to go to Pat joint. You know what I'm saying?
And we mean going and actually staying the night, or just popping up?
Actually, just going on there. He had a room in both houses, clothes in both houses. Wow. You feel me? So yeah.
Okay.
All the, you know what I'm saying, same school districts and shit. So you know.
I got you. So, of course, when you guys got older, he realized his father and the guy that
his father murdered my mother. So and he has a great relationship with his father. You know.
What do you mean by great relationship?
Yeah, he's been seeing them ever since he can remember. Yeah, his grandma Pat, his aunts, they would take him wherever he was at to go see his father. Yeah. And since he out, they be hanging real tough
Okay,
too.
before we get to that point, during that time when he was locked up, did they ever come to you and say, do you want to go visit?
Fuck no.
Never came to you.
Never. First of all, my peoples wasn't having that shit. My peoples wasn't going to allow me to go, you feel me? And I don't think I would even want to go. You know, like, come on. Nah. No interest.
Did you hold any hostility towards your brother that he was communicating with the person that killed your mother?
When I was younger, probably like middle school, high school days, because I was young, you know, you ain't really thinking too much. You still living under your parents' roof and shit. You ain't paying no bills. So, you know, you got a little room for error. Yeah, excuse me. I used to be, you know, a little hot with the nigga, but as I got older, it's just like, that's that nigga father. Like, I can't do nothing about that. That man helped make that man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is as far as that.
So when he was locked up, I remember college used to tell me about when the pill used to come out, the pill used to come up, the pill used to come up.
Yeah.
What was that?
Like, basically, he would have nah, it wasn't appeals. Appeal is basically trying to, like, if you get convicted of something, you might try to appeal your sentence to get a shorter sentence or to get out a little bit earlier.
Okay.
It would be his parole hearings.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, my Aunt Wanda or maybe my Aunt Dee Dee would probably write some letters. I remember I was probably about 16, 17, and she called me over to the crib one day, and she was like, I think it's time for you to start, you know, writing these letters to these people so we can keep him in here. And I was on some other shit like, nah, let that nigga out. Go ahead, let that nigga come home. You feel me? Like, let him come home.
But so even him being in there, he never tried to reach out to you though?
If he did, it would never get to me, Black.
Okay.
Because my peoples wasn't gonna let that rock.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't get to that point.
I got you.
You know, it wouldn't dare get to that point. But yeah, man, like, he ain't never tried to reach out to me. Like, he like, one time my brother pulled some slick shit. We was coming back from we was coming back from out of town. We was passing like Pennsylvania or some shit.
Okay.
He caught a call talking or whatever. I ain't paying attention. I got headphones in. So he like, somebody want to talk to you. So I'm thinking he talking to one of the cousins or something. Maybe it's Cal, maybe it's Barry. They on the phone lunching or somebody. Maybe it's Danielle, somebody, whatever. It's this nigga father. Like, hello? Nigga like, yeah. I'm like, who is this? He like, Tony. I'm like, here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Pass the phone back.
Immediately pass the phone back to that nigga. Like, you just definitely killed my vibe. You know? But I ain't gonna hop on the phone because I already know it's gonna be some hostility. And I ain't the type of person that's gonna be over no public airway talking no shit. So, you feel me?
Yeah,
So, like, it's nothing we can say. Now, the bitch move that this man did pull, well, his sister, well, whoever did it.
Whose sister?
His
Tony's sister.
Tony's sister, which is my little brother Tony's father. They got the same name, people. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, we talking about his
Tony
father.
Senior.
We talking about the father Tony. We talking about the bitch Tony. That's what I'm referring to as to.
I got you.
We gonna talk about the bitch Tony, but yeah, these motherfuckers
Whatever
came.
you want, man. This is real.
These motherfuckers came to my job, right?
Ooh.
You know, automatically, you know, you violating me because you in my bubble. But he kept his distance though. Kept his distance, ain't say nothing to me. I helped out Shiane. Shiane is my little brother's Tony's first cousin.
Okay.
Met her on plenty of occasions. No problems with her. She can't help who her family is. You feel me? But, you know, I helped her out. And so I hit my brother up because my brother had hit me like, I want to say like 2 weeks earlier or something like that, saying that his father did want to talk to me, like make some type of amends or whatever. But you can't make no amends with nobody when you kill somebody. Like, nigga, when you murk something, you can't come back from that. Like,
So you don't believe in forgiveness?
forgive him for what? Like, nigga, that's cold-blooded murder, Black. Like, you're not even giving me no situation of why. Like, if my mother was in there trying to take that man's life and he had to do that, then okay. Self-preservation is the key to life, Black.
Okay.
Don't let nobody else tell you no different. If a motherfucker trying to take your life, male, female, little kid, nigga, you got to protect yourself. Nigga, it's like boxing.
Fact.
Protect yourself at all times. That's just 100. But from his excuses, they was both high and they got into a little altercation. Nothing life-threatening, but you shot my mother execution style.
Damn.
You feel me? But
what you mean? No. Backtrack. Hold on.
Execution style is point blank range in your fucking dome, Black. It's in the dictionary. Or you could Google it. We all got iPhones here, but
damn.
Yeah, man.
Who told you this story though?
Well, I got bits and pieces of it from my Uncle Tony. God rest his soul. Whole Alexandria loved him. Big shots out to Uncle Tony.
So Uncle Tony, what's some peace, Uncle Tony?
Indeed, you know. He was the one that found his older sister like that, man. Because, you know, after he bucked her, he jumped out the window, forced the cab man to, you know, drive him somewhere, and then they caught him somewhere else, you know, from what I heard anyway. You know, I'm 2 at the time. I don't even think I was home. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Shot her a couple times. He ain't just, yeah. Yeah, man.
What kind of tree is that?
This that London pound cake right here.
London pound cake. It's good.
You get this shit. It's really come from London.
No bullshit. No bullshit. For real.
Look it up. Primrose Hill, London.
Okay. Smells good as shit.
Yeah. Shouts out to Amy Winehouse. She used to go there every day.
Okay.
Smoke weed, write her songs. That's actually my favorite singer.
Amy Winehouse.
Indeed.
What song should I if you any song that you recommend people to listen to? Rest in peace, Amy Winehouse.
Valerie, Tears Dry on Their Own, the whole Frank album. That's her first debut joint. That came out like 07. Man, she got a racket shit. She done did shit with Nas.
Yeah. You know,
like,
She's vicious.
Yeah, she was best friends with Mos Def. Usain Bay, wherever he going by now, you know.
Right, yeah.
Man.
I don't think he can come in the country or nothing like that.
Yeah, man. That's my favorite singer. She, through that whole little, you know, that British accent, that cherry L, but when she get in that booth, she transformed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Damn, man. Interesting, man. Did you say Amy Winehouse? Her music is very
that's
powerful.
that's my screensaver. Amy always with me. Man.
How she pass? Got your credit card information, man.
Yeah, my bad.
You know, people scamming.
Yeah, that's Amy right there.
Yeah. Nice, man.
What was you about to say?
No, but Amy Winehouse, her music is very personal.
Yeah, like pretty much everything that she wrote was like stories of like her relationships or how she used to, you know, just run all over her mother because her father had to work so much and like all that shit.
How she passed?
Well, first of all, she was bulimic.
And that means she didn't eat nothing.
Nah, that means she would eat for days and then throw that shit out. You know. Yeah, that's what bulimic people do. And
so how she died?
She drank herself to death.
I don't know if she overdosed, but
no, she literally drank herself to death. She was on this drug called Librium, which was actually a prescription drug. It's like for people who is trying to like recover from like heroin and stuff like that. You're not supposed to drink on it. You're not supposed to drink at all with that shit. And she drank for like 2 days, 3 days straight, died in her sleep.
Intentionally. You'll say?
I say intentionally. Because, you know, she really didn't like the fame. Like, you would see.
But why, with that success and that talent, why would you think, did she ever mention what was really kind of, what she was going through to lead her to that point? No, there had to be some reason why would you drink yourself like that. There had to be something, though.
She couldn't handle the fame. Like, nigga, it doesn't matter if she was in the UK, USA, South America, wherever she went, everybody knew Amy. She didn't like motherfuckers running up on her, taking pictures,
Right.
all this shit. Like, her and George Clooney, like, they're like the two, like, worst people when it comes to, like, paparazzi. Like, if you just read some articles on your man Clooney done stole a couple paparazzi. So is Amy. You know what I'm saying? She really didn't like that shit.
I remember I heard the word paparazzi when Princess Diana died. I didn't know, I was young, I didn't know what the paparazzi was until Princess Diana situation when they, allegedly, I think they ran her off the road, some crazy shit.
Yeah,
man.
they killed her.
They
You
killed
know,
her,
they
right?
wasn't about to let no royal queen have a baby by no fucking Arab.
True.
You got the man.
All right. Now, the reason why I brought the NY, they usually said that. Would you say the incident with your mother in her situation, were you going through depression at that time?
What you
say?
mean?
Just feeling.
Well, you saying when my mom died, did
Yeah.
I go through depression?
Yeah.
I was 2. I had no clue what the fuck was going on.
When you got
Like,
older, though, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 15,
Nah.
high school.
I never really struggled with, like, you know, damn, my mom passed away, because what's fucked up about it is I never really knew her. I only
Okay.
got 2 solid years with her. 2 Christmases, nigga. That's it. No, 1 Christmas. She didn't even make it to the next Christmas. That would have been the second Christmas, because I was only 2. So, yeah, man, like, yeah, I never suffered depression from that, no. Yeah,
Okay.
I would have to disagree with you 100% on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's people listening out there that, like I said earlier, they probably went through similar situations as you. That's probably dealing with this, and they probably listen to how can they cope. Like, what would you advise to give to people who lost situations, like a close family member, or
Now, you would have to, like, ask me about somebody that I've lost, like, recently and can remember. I have no recollection of my mother,
At all.
period, because of this man taking her life.
pictures?
I mean, yeah, but that
Right.
fuck I want to look at some pictures for. you know what I'm
You
saying?
don't look at pictures though.
No, because she gone. I mean, I know what she looked like. I seen her. It's big pictures of her holding me and all that, but, like, that's where it stops. Like, nigga, I was this tall in the pictures. You feel me? Nigga, I'm almost 6 feet 300.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? No, it will never be updated photos of me and my mother. Never. It is impossible. And the only way that Antoine Jackson you can make amends is if you can bring my motherfucking mother back to life, and you can't.
Antoine Jackson.
Yeah.
His name was Tony.
That's what they call him. Antoine, short for Antoine is Tony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you just said something. You reached out to him just now though. You said something, and
Yeah.
Antoine Jackson. If
Yeah. That's all I got to say to that.
well, this
man.
your platform.
Yeah, I know, but
What would you want to say to him?
What I just said. I already said it, Black. Because he's so, you know, geek to make amends.
Oh, so okay, so then there's somebody in the middle that's trying to relay messages from him to you.
Let's refer back. Remember, I said my brother. He did ask my brother to, you know, that he wanted to make amends with me, but he
Not
can't.
that time we were on the phone, y'all was going back to Pennsylvania. Not that time.
Nah, he didn't ask me. He didn't ask me directly, but he asked my brother, and my brother had related to me, but it wasn't no big discussion because he know I'm not going to talk.
And this is when he was free. You know, I'm talking about when he's been home for 2 months now.
No. He asked me this amends shit years ago.
Okay. But now he's been home for 2 months.
Right.
Have you heard messages from somebody else?
No.
Nothing from the last 2 months.
No.
But your brother has linked up with his father.
Yeah. And the reason why you're not going to hear nothing is because I basically already told my brother there's no way for his father to make amends, so therefore he just needs to stay the fuck away from me. You know, they let him out of jail, cool, because, like, I don't even want to get on this junk sounding hot, but I'm just about to, like, I had plans of smoking this nigga, man. Like, y'all niggas don't, like, y'all niggas gotta feel my pain for a second, man. Like, when them niggas told me that this nigga was home, man, like, I immediately just I was just like scared of myself for a second. And I'm like, I'm gonna smoke this nigga, man. Like
100%.
on everything.
Say less.
Basically.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. And you know, I'm a type of nigga that always whatever little dirt I done did, I already knew what was gonna come with that. From whether it was, you know, stealing some little bullshit in the 7-Eleven when I was 10, or you know, I was always one of those type of people. Like, I know what I'm getting myself into, you know. So I just got that kind of decree with me. Like, if I'm gonna put my mind to do something, nigga, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stand behind it, and the nigga ain't gonna fold. I ain't no windshield. You feel me? Like, never.
Okay.
But it's no amends when you take somebody life. It's no amends, bruh.
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing that's gonna get you is a 23-1. You know what that is, Black?
I think you locked up for 23 hours and free for 1
Yeah.
hour. Not
You
free,
know,
but you know.
I know some niggas that's in 23-1s that can only take showers Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on everything.
Think about that type of shit before.
On everything.
I got you.
Like, like real shit. I know niggas is in. This 612 niggas is in.
So what
Like,
so when you don't want to go to that edge, what do you do to get your, like you said, not to go back to what you said, but what do you do to kind of cope?
shit, nigga, what helped me, what surprised me with those little thoughts is Calvin's Pops. Shouts out to Big Barry, Big B's.
Redskins fan though.
Yeah, that's good
dude,
nigga, that's my uncle. That's my mother's older brother. Nigga, that's fam.
Well, he's the oldest child of all.
Nigga, he's the oldest of all.
Okay,
six.
so look,
Yeah.
hold that thought too. Don't forget that. So, you saying that Calvin's father is the older brother of your mother, oldest child.
Then it's my mother.
So he knows. So he, of course, he was at a certain age at that time. That went down. So the guy that killed his sisters, how does he handle that as well, though? Because that's interesting, though.
Let me tell you like this. Like, my Uncle Barry, he's like one of the realest motherfuckers I know. And he's like, he kind of reminds you of, you ever seen the Goodfellas?
I'm not a movie. I hear about it. I'm not gonna lie, no.
I know he has, so I'm gonna
direct. Is it John Gotti or something?
I'm gonna direct that to him. I know you done seen Goodfellas all the way through, and
that's like 4 hours though.
If you was to chill
John
around,
Goodfellas, Soprano.
If you was to chill around my Uncle Barry, you would get that Paulie vibe from him.
Paulie, okay.
And if you know Paulie ain't got to move for nobody.
Quick to pull that.
What you mean he ain't got to move for nobody?
Nigga, he's it. You know, Paulie ain't talk on no phones. Paulie will have you walk from Del Rey to
talk to him.
From Del Rey to motherfucking the bird, just to have a face to face. You feel me? And like, I never seen my Uncle Barry like with so much like pain in his eyes when he came up to my job to come holler at me, because he said he was worried about me because he heard, you know what I'm saying, like, I think my aunt told him, like, I think you need to go talk to Hayward. So I remember I called him on my lunch break. I'm like, what you doing, Aunt? I'm on my way to you. Is that right? I'm like, you know where I'm at? He's like, yeah, you at work.
Right.
About to come holler at you. Man, he basically told me, like, he was having them same thoughts. Like, he like, man, I'm not about to fuck my shit up over this bitch ass nigga. Like, nigga, I got a mortgage, I got a wife, you know, my
whole family.
You know, whole family. My uncle, Lil Barry got a baby. Calvin trying to have a baby. He like, you know, yeah.
And he moved out the hood. All right, he's in a nice little situation.
He out PG for washing this shit, man.
Big dog.
Yeah. Cookout's heavy.
Big dog.
You know, when he bring the smoke out, you know, the ribs and things.
So he felt where you were coming from.
Oh, definitely. Like,
so you did confide in him then. You can say that you did.
No, I didn't confide in him. He came, nigga, my peoples told him, like, this nigga Hayward about to lunch. You need to talk to this nigga. That's basically what was told to him.
Gotcha.
And basically, he's the last line of defense because he's the strongest in the family because he's the oldest from my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So when you call Barry, it's serious.
The buck stopped there.
It's like, nigga, we can't do nothing with it. Barry, we need you. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up.
But he basically talked me down, and that's when I just got it in my mind, like, you know what? Need to just tell my brother to tell his father, stay the fuck away from me. Don't come to my job and shop. We have other chains. we have 1,480 stores around the U.S. and Canada, and like 2 in Mexico.
Do you know where he's at? Though, since he's been up, do you know where he's located?
It's only one place he can be. Like
the world is big. It ain't just one place.
No, it's only one. When you come on, man. You
28 years.
28 years.
Straight.
You ain't what you was making 33 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So is he homeless?
I mean, nah, he not homeless. His mother's still alive. He got to be right there on Queen Street. You know, like that nigga ain't far. It ain't like the nigga hard to find. You feel me? Like, yeah, he right up the street from Goodies. You know, but like niggas know where you at, man, and like, like regardless of what you think of what I just put out there, like. If you know me, you know me. Yeah. You already know, because you know me. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
You feel me? But, man, that shit is some sucker shit, man. And if you, like, and if your childhood was robbed because your mother or father was murdered, like, I feel for you. You feel me? But it's some people that actually grow with their biological peoples and then somebody smoke them. That's very fucked up. I'm kind of, in a way, I'm kind of fortunate that I wasn't 11 and I found my mom or some shit, and when I'm 2, I have no recollection of this shit, bro. So anything somebody that tell me that was actually living back then, I gotta take their word for it. Cause nigga, I don't remember. I'm 2. You know what I'm saying? So I take heed to the people that told me, you know, what happened, and for the most part, everybody shit checking out because it ain't too many different details or whatever. But the shit was cold-blooded murder, man, and he ain't had no reasoning behind it. And I'm the type of motherfucker. Murder is necessary in some situations. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a street person and you live by street codes, but that shit don't go for everybody. That shit don't go for the mailman who doing 12-hour shifts in the sleep, snow and shit that's just giving the mail. That shit don't go for him. So if you smoke a nigga and the mailman see you, can't say, you know, stop snitching for that nigga and, you know, all that shit. Like, death is necessary though. So I can see, like I said, I can see if my mother was trying to take his motherfucking life or some shit like that, or she pulled the strap, then some shit is necessary. But how everybody telling it, that shit is cold-blooded murder, and he's talking about he was high on crack. You only can blame drugs so far, man. I know people say niggas be out here on the water, niggas get the luncheon out, but that shit only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? That shit only goes so far, man. You still gotta have that willpower to, however you doing it, if you busting that heat or you poking the nigga up, you still gotta have that willpower. Yeah. You can't just say, damn, I shot 5 niggas. That was the water. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Stop it. Well, whether it was the water or the crack, the Commonwealth smoked him. He should still be in there, my opinion.
For life? Life.
Yeah.
I was saying life. He's been 28. You said still in there.
No, he need to do natural life, bruh.
What you mean?
Like, natural life is when you die, your sentence up. That's natural life. Your natural motherfucking life. Whatever that time frame is gonna be, nigga. Like, yeah, natural life.
Okay.
But
what were the questions that you may not communicate with your family that, if you have the chance to say now, or the things that you were concerned about that you didn't get to, like you said, there wasn't really
it ain't nothing to be concerned about. Like, that shit was,
I mean, maybe just why were you separated from your brother? Why did you go to this family instead of this family?
All right, no, those questions have been asked, and I'm just going to reply to that as saying that what I was told was just a bunch of bullshit.
He said straight about the bullshit.
I mean, I can't put it in no other format.
Damn. So you saying it's all, I don't say lies?
Man.
Damn.
Man, look here, man. Like I've told big lies in my day. Ain't proud of it.
Everybody.
And I know when a motherfucker lying to me, man. Because I done lied before. You know what I'm saying? It's the way how shit roll off the tongue. It's facial expressions. It's eye contact. It's all that shit, man. You know? And it, like I said, there was no reason for me and my brother to be separated from each other. If we was gonna go to my cousin joint, how I went, cool. Or if we was gonna go to my grandmother joint, cool. But we should have been together.
You think maybe the reason why they separate y'all, because maybe you could have kind of gave whatever you're feeling and put it on him.
How? I'm 2.
Yeah, but you got older though. 15, 14, growing up now. And knowing...
Hold on, but look. I was born first. I'm 2 years in the game. You feel me? My brother is like 6 weeks in the incubator of Alexandria Hospital. You hear me?
Yeah.
Now, why didn't my grandmother take me? Like, that's my daughter. That's my oldest daughter's first child. But I went with my cousin. Think about that, Black.
So you're saying your grandmother's, her daughter was your mother?
Yes, Black, of course. That's my grandmother.
But your brother went with her.
Yeah. I was 2 years old, functioning and shit. Walking across the alley in the projects, the Calvin house, so Aunt Angie can get me some milk so I can go right back across the alley to Fair Street. You feel me?
And you didn't understand why your grandma didn't take you in.
I don't understand it. But we got him. We got Tony, though. We gonna take Tony, but yeah, Gloria, you can go ahead and get Hayward. I don't know why. Now, I heard some people say that my mom told Gloria if anything ever happened to her that she would want me to live with her, but I don't know.
Okay.
You know, like I said, I was living back then, but I have no memory back then.
Okay.
Because I was 2. My membrane don't go back that far.
Gotcha.
And the nigga been smoking a lot of dope since. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Smoke tree heavy. So.
You're a strong individual, though, man. You know what I'm saying? To be able to even go through that and talk about it. It's therapeutic. Is it therapeutic for you to talk about it? And
fuck no. Like, this shit don't take no strength, man. You gotta live life, man. Like,
you gotta be strong.
Like, nah, but look though, man. Like, all that depression and anger and shit, that shit is paralyzing. And that shit keeps you in one place. You know what I'm saying? If you paralyzed, you can't move. You in one place. I don't want to be in one place. Cause I know motherfuckers that's suffering from mental and, you know, stress and all that shit, and they be fucked up. Nah, man. Like,
so what advice would you give them though? I mean, maybe what would you?
You gotta live life. You gotta do shit that make you happy. Like, okay. I'm the type of nigga like.
What you happy though?
White bitches.
White bitches. You say white bitches. Why you like white?
I mean, shouts out to the Ukraine, man. Like, they got some. They white women is foreign, but they white though. They foreign, but they white though.
They foreign, but they white.
But they white though.
They white though.
Straight up, like they white though.
Why you like white girls? Why you like? Besides about black sisters.
No. But
why you like white girls, man?
It's not just white girl. I'm big on Spanish women. Like, I love Spanish women. Like, I don't even look at black women anymore, man.
What? Okay.
I just got a preference. Like, we Spanish and Ukraine over here.
Well, all right. Now the black
or Swiss Slovenians, they bad as shit too.
So what's wrong with the black chick? Why you know what I'm saying? I want to know.
They ain't got no flavor no more, man. Like, back when I was like a kid, like them early to mid 90s and shit that I can remember, like black bitches used to have flavor back then. Okay. Come on, Milk Dud, you was living back then. You gotta feel me. Yep. And I'm I'm a youngin' and I remember this.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'm a youngin' and I remember this. But, like, yeah, man, like, what happened to the flavor of our sisters, man? Like, back when I was a little kid, them, the mid-90s, nigga, man, black women had all the flavor, black.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now it's like they basic. And I don't even mean to, I know y'all gonna hate me for this, but
Hey,
yeah,
he keeping it real though. He gonna come back and talk more. They gonna be in the comments like, "What you mean?
And
like, flavor?"
and like-
you like, "No white bitch ain't got nothing on me."
But no, I'm not talking about your West Virginia white woman or
okay.
your Virginia white. I'm talking about the Ukraine. But
Ukraine.
they white, but they foreign though.
What you keep saying? What do you mean? Like they foreign? Like what? They white. Their skin is white though.
But they foreign.
But they foreign.
That's all I can describe it, man.
Okay.
Like, for real, man.
Okay.
Like,
So what else make you happy? What else besides the Ukraine?
you mentioned therapeutic earlier. I smoke big dope.
Good guys, white women, Cowboys fan, my man.
Of course, football is always good, and just bringing the party to me. Like,
Got you.
I like at any given moment, I just be bored. Like, man, if niggas doing something, let me just hit some people up. My first three is shouts out to my three homegirls, from the Ukraine.
My man is on them.
Shouts out to Dumfries because that's where they at. We
You gotta take me out there one day,
We
man.
don't do no cuffing. I don't go with them.
I don't go with them.
We party. We do things.
What were the Ukraine guys? You fuck with them?
I
Like I said, homie type.
don't know them. Don't know them.
don't know them.
Man.
Oh man, Hayward, man.
Like, to be honest,
No, for real, you gotta bring me out there one day though.
I don't chill with too many dudes unless it's my man Jim, my man C Gutter. But other than that, I be dolo. I be with bitches. Like, yeah, be with bitches.
Be careful with the white girls sometimes too, though.
I don't need to be careful with them. They good. They all the way in.
They smell good.
Yeah, very good. They all roommates. Shout out to Forest Park.
You
That's
gotta
where they at.
invite. I know you wanna have your little. You can invite it and come through, man.
I just ain't chill with them. I was snowed in with them like the day.
Snowed in.
Like, nah, that's not.
Can they cook though? You talking about flavor? I don't know them. Can they cook though? Foreign though? Like you said, foreign though. Can they cook though?
Duh.
Okay, what can they cook? Because them girls like they listen, black they listen. So,
But
you
nah,
said they got no flavor. What did they cook?
Nah, they got soul. Like,
What did they cook though?
shit.
Gotta be specific.
Catfish,
Okay.
whiting, fried potatoes, just like how my grandma used to do it. Jive, like they ain't putting their foot all the way in it like granny, but
Yeah.
you feel me? But yeah,
It's good, though.
yeah, man, pot roast on 100. With the potatoes in the pan and all that, the onions and shit and all that there.
You are a foodie though. You into
Yeah.
the, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the food. I can cook like a motherfucker myself. You feel me? But yeah,
What's your go-to dish?
to cook.
Yeah. Go to like one dish you gotta make the night. What would you do though?
Probably get a few long bone ribeyes, pan fry them first, but like 30 seconds on each side for about 5 minutes. Then you throw that in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
You let that fully cook. We black room. I don't see no pink in mine.
Straight up.
Straight up. Feel me? Then the side dish probably be broccoli and cheese, maybe some homemade macaroni and cheese with the bacon in there, ground beef. That's how I do it.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes, gravy. You gotta have some string beans or maybe the peas and corn.
Straight up.
Right, man. But yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. See, I mean, and it is good though, man, because like I say, man, people listening.
Like, you just gotta live life, bro. Like,
True.
I know life hard and you're gonna have some trials and tribulations, but you man, that time don't wait for nobody, man.
Big fact.
Yeah, that depression and all that being sad shit, that shit is paralyzing, dog. Like, niggas don't want to be paralyzed.
And not to say
gotta
you
keep it moving.
You probably have, I can say, a right to feel depressed with you. You know what I'm saying? In a way, I don't say you have the right to, but
why?
Mm,
Depression causes early death.
that's true.
Fuck that. Niggas ain't trying to die, trying to live. You know, we black men out here, our lifespan already short as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I'm trying to get the most of this shit. 101.
Right.
No Dalmatian, nigga.
Right.
You feel me? Man, fuck that. Fuck that dying early shit and being sad, crying, people feeling sorry for you. I don't want nobody feel sorry for me. Fuck that.
When's the last time you and your brother talked?
Shit last night.
Okay. What y'all talking about? Let's give y'all business.
Just some stupid shit. Like we both be at work. We might text each other some funny shit from a movie. Nigga be in the meeting or something, bust out laughing. You know, we goofy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that know me, like they be like, that nigga Hayward be lunching.
You do be lunching, though.
I'm a fool. I was born on April 1st, nigga. I'm a fool, nigga. What the fuck you mean? Like, nigga, that's what it is.
You know about April 1st, though?
Yeah, April 1st, 1989.
Get it right.
Alexandria, Virginia.
Don't play.
12:59. I was almost April 2nd, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Niggas have almost April 2nd.
Man, almost April 2nd, man. But yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
11:59, man. But yeah.
That's what's up, 1989, man. So April 1st, though, I gotta make sure we do something on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never work my birthday. Always do something.
Was April, any good April Fool's jokes that have been played on you though on your birthday? Because that's a day they can get you real good. You be like, damn. That's a good day to get you. I'm gonna get you on that.
When they motherfuckers said that we was about to go on the cruise, but that shit was the spirit of wow. I should say,
but hey, don't sleep.
That
shit,
right, that shit weak.
Nah. So if you want to take a chick to
man, I was about to light up on that joint to get kicked off. No bullshit. I had a big ass backboard, a baseball bat. About to, I'm like, nigga, I fire that shit up, nigga. Y'all niggas know me.
What's wrong with
no, you talking about ignorant with that shit? Like, this nigga, where Cal got married at,
okay,
it was big white people out there jogging, nice sunny day.
Walking their dog.
Baseball bat, Honeywoods. They looking around like...
You smoked at the wedding?
What?
During the wedding, though?
What?
You can't smoke during the wedding.
I am a smoking vehicle.
Niggas smoke at a wedding.
If Hayward's gonna be there, you already know.
How you smoke at a wedding, though, man?
It's my cousin's wedding.
It's outside, though, but still.
Yeah, it's outside. It ain't like we was at the church and I lit up or something, you know what I'm saying? Or at the reception indoors, you know.
You should have experienced it. Why you haven't watched that? I didn't took a girl on that before, though. That's a good little date, though.
Negative.
Damn.
My Ukraine bitches are clowns. You take one of them bitches on the spirit of Washington, black. No pot roast for you.
Damn.
Like, yeah.
Come on, man. It's a boat ride. It's something.
Stop it.
Okay. Nigga stupid, though, man. Man.
Stop it, black.
What, closing remarks, man. Anything you want to say, man? But like I said, I appreciate you coming through, man. I hope this,
anytime, man.
It was good, experience. But definitely gonna have you back on here to talk more topics. You know, just a more of an introduction type of feel. But we talk about sport, relationship, all types of stuff come through. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about whatever, man. Like, yeah.
What you got going on this weekend? Oh, you know, the game tomorrow.
No, I mean, shit. The only thing I had planned today was this podcast right here, and you know, tomorrow watch my boys. Gonna pull that up on the Fire Stick.
This is like the first official episode too, though, man. I appreciate it. This is my first time really sit down. I mean, Brad came through. We, you know, what I'm saying we had a little technical difficulty, but that's cool. He can come back because people want to talk.
I can't be around people like that, and I ain't gonna speak on it too much because they ain't here, and that ain't how I'm made. So I'm gonna just keep it at that. I don't need to be around people like that.
Okay, that's facts. That's facts.
And it took everything in me to not say nothing.
But you was cooling though.
Because I'm not gonna disrespect you. This your room. You done paid. You done fed a nigga pot down. So can't be disrespectful.
But he cool though, man.
Nah, man. Like,
because he's white though.
What totally turned me
You
on?
talk about Ukraine. They foreign white bitches.
Yeah,
my man, white, cool white.
Okay, but that don't mean that he cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We go outside. He like, yeah, let's go hit a jack, bro. I'm like, all right, bet. get my jacks. You know, go outside. You know, we talking or whatever. Yeah, you like my bowl with people right here? Like, that's not how. That's where I'm from. We don't do that.
Yeah. He white. His privilege is different from you.
I understand that, but I'm still black. Like, Bill done. Like, that shit don't make me non-black.
Right.
They see the white boy, but I'm 6'300".
I got you.
I'm black, man.
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
Yeah, of course his privilege is different, but like, nah, he pulling that out, showing it to me. Like, nah, you don't need to be doing that out here, player. Like, that's what the room for. Like,
yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, man, I don't need to be around people like that.
Hey, what's up, Brad, man? Appreciate you coming through, my man.
Indeed.
We're gonna still kick it. We got a couple things going on tonight. You gonna stay through? You gonna stay?
Yeah.
You gotta go back and chilling?
I ain't got shit to do.
You got some more of them London Bridges, pound cake, London
No, we
Bridge?
pour one of that out because that's all I need. That's just my medical dosage. I'm good for the day. Maybe once I get back to the crib or something, but that shit gonna have me for a minute. For a minute.
All right. Appreciate y'all. This has been episode number 1, first one official one. Appreciate y'all. And we out.